Brown. Today I'll be reviewing this brand new documentary just dropped on Netflix. It's called Twister, Caught in the Storm. And when I saw this documentary was coming on Netflix, I was personally really excited. So recently, of course, last year Twister movie came out from Universal Picture, that reboot movie. I have not seen it, but when I saw this was coming on Netflix, I was very excited. This documentary is only 1 hour and 29 minutes long, so it does move very quickly. And I thought overall this documentary, it does move really quickly. It was quite interesting. So in this documentary, like if our centers around, we see in this it is a graduation day in Joplin, Missouri. As the class of 2011 collect their diplomas, their hometown is hit by a rare EF5 tornado. Believing it could be end of the world, a group of teenagers find themselves in the eye of the storm. So this documentary, it does bring all this footage about the Twister behind the scene, and when I was watching it, I thought, wow, all this footage were quite impressive. Honestly, watching it, I was like it's really very impressive. Same time, all these people that comes on and they tells you about their experience when this tornado was hitting them, how they felt. So those scenes, the way this documentary was done, it can be very jarring at a time. Like people who are not used to this kind of documentary, you will be lost. It's not very cohesive the way it was edited out. However, though, as I said, this documentary is only 1 hour and 29 minutes long, and it does bring a lot of very impressive behind the scene about tornado that I was quite impressed watching it. Obviously, capturing tornado scenes are not easy, obviously. So all this tornado behind the scene, they're not always very clear. They're very kind of like a blurry and not very clear, basically, I would say. But still, I was quite impressed, honestly. All this scene was shown here, and especially one girl, she was seeing, when the tornado was hitting, and they were seeing it like the back of your mirror, like in your car. It is quite terrifying. So I did like hearing their thought, like how they felt this tornado was hitting them, and how you felt like when you were there. So I was listening to one lady, and she was telling me in her, she lives in this small town, and her town gets this small size tornado all the time. Like it just comes out and it just hit them all the time, and it creates this, it's called sinkhole, it leaves behind those sinkholes. So it's not a huge size of tornado. Obviously, that lady was telling me, and listening to her, realized that while I don't live in a tornado zone, but living on those places, tornado can hit you any minute. So that can be very terrifying when I was watching it and thinking about that, honestly. So I did like this documentary. But again, I'm gonna say this, it isn't very well put together, especially the some of the scene. It's not the way it put together in this, edited, it's not very cohesive. So as an audience, you do feel very frustrated. You are like, where she comes from, what is she saying? And I did see there's some people are very frustrated with this documentary, why these people are telling their story, why not other people? This tornado happened throughout the country, all the time. So, you cannot get all of them, but this documentary centers around these 5 people, and their stories are, I will say, is interesting. They are the first hand you're listening. It's really interesting, especially if you are into this kind of twister tornado stuff. So I do feel very fascinating. Same time, I never want to be in this situation. These people that chase tornado, they're crazy. Because it's so dangerous, you know what I mean? But some people, they do that. It's their passion, and who am I to say anything? But watching this documentary was definitely very treat, because I was like, whoa, this is very interesting. So I'm very excited to see that movie Twister. It's starring Glenn Powell. I have not seen it, so I can't wait to see that movie. Hopefully that movie is good. I don't know when it's coming on Netflix. I'm excited whenever it comes. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this documentary? Let me know in the comment if you enjoyed this review, which other reviews on other documentary. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.